What's up, guys? Back with another video. Here to do a ups and downs. Here to do a ups and downs of Wonder Woman 1984. I was supposed to do this when I was going to do this when I did the review, but I just kept putting it off and off and off. But you'll get more movies and TV show reviews other than Monday and Tuesday. It's more going to be like maybe 3-4 times a week, depending on what I see, what's out, or whatever. But let's begin with the ups. Okay, 3 ups and 6 downs from Wonder Woman 1984. Let's begin with the ups. 3, the opening monologue, really great. It says is a great way to introduce the audience to Diana, and it's a really incredible scene with Diana as a youngin, as a young warrior, and her showing her as working before she becomes who she is now, and learning that taking the easy way out is always the best way, and it sets a great pace for the rest. It's a great way to open the film, and yeah. Number 2, the soundtrack. The soundtrack for this movie is really great. A lot of the songs are really catchy. I would suggest to listen to it. Probably one of the few things I actually enjoyed about this movie was the soundtrack. And lastly, number 1, Chris Pine and Gal Gadot. Their chemistry together, of course, is undeniable. They were given more to work with, I think, in the previous one, but however, their chemistry together is really great, and it's one thing that holds this movie together despite the badly poor written script. Okay, now let's start with the downs of this movie. The 6 downs. Number 6, wasting Kristen Wiig. Okay, I get it. This was Kristen Wiig's first big movie outside of a comedy film. Well, I guess you had Ghostbusters, but that one was kind of mixed. I don't really hate that one as much, but Kristen Wiig, I love her. She's funny. But I felt like there was so much more opportunity that they could have done with her in this film, but most of the time she's not even Cheetah. She's turns into Cheetah like the last half of the movie. Most of the time she's her alter ego or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, most of the stuff is like cringy comedy stuff, and it doesn't really work. Next one, number 5, I would have to say not utilizing the decade, and what I mean by that is they were in the 80s in this film, of course, but they didn't really use it till it's like they didn't really take advantage of the decade of the year they're in, like the previous film, or like how Captain America, like how the Marvel did with Captain America, the first Avenger. So my problem was that they didn't really take advantage of the being in the past or being in the decade that they were in, and they utilize it to its full potential. Next one, number 4, I would say more talking, less action. And what I mean by that is that they did more talking in this film than action. There were a lot less action scenes in this film, which brings it down a whole lot more. I mean, half of the time they're talking, you don't really get a lot of fight scenes in this film, which was, like I said, very disappointing. And when you do get fight scenes, they're not really that impactful. They don't really they they don't last for that long. They're maybe about what, five or so fight scenes in the movie. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but there are not a lot, and they just spend most of the time just talking, and it's kind of uh it, annoying, I guess you could say. It's like, God, when is this gonna end? So I could just get to the next fight. But yeah, that's my number four. Number three, I would have to say the villains. The villains suck in this movie. Um, uh, Cheetah, of course, like I said, we didn't get her until like the final half of the film, like the final act of the film. Um, but it more so felt like she was the side villain more than anything else. I felt like she should have been the main villain, and you should have put more focus on her and focus less on the comedy. And as far as Max Lord as the villain, he didn't really actually feel like a huge threat to Wonder Woman. It didn't really feel like her life was endangered from either of them. And I like that feel when it comes to superhero movies where you actually feel like, the hero is in danger or the hero is going to die because of the supervillain, depending on who it is. But yeah, the villains were poorly written, and they just didn't really feel all that menacing to me. Number two, Chris Pine's return. They could have done this a lot better. Having him control someone else's body, take over someone else's body, and I didn't realize this until I talked with my cousin about it, but him sleeping with Diana, and then at the end she meets the real guy whose body was taken over by Chris Pine's character. Yeah, if you think about it, technically that's rape. Um, I didn't put those two together until later on, but yeah, they could have found a better way to bring him back. I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't really all that. It just came out of nowhere. And finally, number one, it was just overall a disappointing sequel. This could have did way better. I mean, the first one is 1,000 times better. If anything, they should have just took out Max Lord, kept Cheetah, focused less on the comedy, more action, less talking, and stop doing the whole, oh, and when it comes to supervillains, stop doing the whole, oh, I'm a nerd, I get picked on, I get my superpowers now, I'm strong, now I can beat you up. It's kind of old, it's overplayed, it's annoying. So yeah, those are my three ups and six downs from Wonder Woman 1984. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like this movie? Did you hate it? What would you say the ups and downs of this movie are? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.